Hi, this is Stephanie. Welcome to Flow Yoga. I am offering this class online today. We also have a room of people here sharing yoga with us today. But if you prefer to be practicing from home, we're here for you. Please start either lying or seated or child's pose or any other pose that feels inspired to you right now. We're going to begin with the breathing meditation. So any pose that will help you feel grounded. I'm going to be practicing without props. If you'd like to support yourself in a seated position, you can roll up the back of your mat. So we're going to begin here. This moment, this body, this breath. This opportunity to embrace all that there is here right now. Begin by feeling a sense of being rooted or grounded, feeling the relationship you have to gravity, and from that place of feeling grounded, feel a rising, maybe rising to the central channel, the root to the crown. Feeling a sense of empowerment in this moment. Now soften any areas that you're holding tension, that you're aware of, or even that you're not aware of. So maybe your jaw or your throat or your shoulders, or even your forehead, your eyebrows. And as you root, rise, and soften, let your attention now come to your breath. All of your attention coming to your breath. Feel your exhale complete and whole. Feel your exhale relaxing and grounding you. Feel your inhale reminding you of your sense of inner strength and resiliency. Each exhale is an opportunity to let go of anything that's holding you in tension or fear. And your inhale is a reminder to be present here in this body, this breath, this moment. To give yourself the gift of now. For the next hour, allowing yourself to really be here with your breath, full breaths into the entirety of your ribcage. All of your lungs receiving your breath. And we're going to practice a soft Ujjayi breath today, breathing through the nose. Breathing through the nose is our healthiest way we can breathe. Breathing through the nose also offers us a filter. So allow yourself to breathe through your nose, wholly, fully into every part of your lungs, not neglecting anything. Feeling gratitude for our health in this moment, the ability to breathe fully into our lungs. Our practice today will move our bodies and will allow us to feel a sense of presence. Yoga is a disciplined practice of presence and clarity. But our practice today is also about accepting uncertainty. So doing whatever you need to move forward day to day in a way that feels just right for you right now. And letting go of attachment that spirals you into feelings that are not helpful. Feel your breath, hear your breath, soft Ujjayi breath through your nose. This is the rhythm our vinyasa practice, our kriya practice will move from, this established breath, the soft ujjayi breath. Notice your mind, your body, and your heart. Feel what's here for you. Accept it all. Good. From here, we're going to meet in child's pose. So take a moment to bring yourself around to child's pose. Be in child's pose with your arms relaxed at your sides or out forward, however you like. Continue your breathing meditation into your low back now. So you're taking deep breaths into your low back. And now begin to feel a sense of energy and empowerment through your arms. So we're going to reach the arms forward. And as you reach the arms forward, take your hands at least shoulder width apart. So you have lots of space for your shoulders. And just feel your shoulders. What does it feel like to reach forward like this? Spread the fingers and thumb. Anchor every knuckle, especially your first two fingers. And now rise up through your belly into a cat back. Arc your back toward the sky. Feel the stretch across the backside of your body. And then inhale and draw your heart center forward, your tailbone back into a cow back. Continue to move from your root to your crown through Chakravarkasana Kriya. Each inhale, feeling a sense of length to the center of your body. Each exhale, that backside of your body. As you move, as you breathe, noticing how far you can comfortably move your spine without pain or strain. What do your muscles feel like? Are you holding any stress or tension? Can you breathe through your nose and release tension and empower dynamic movement? Good. The next time you come to cat back, hold your cat back, arcing the back toward the sky like a Halloween cat. And then come onto your fists and draw your fists closer to your body, into a close cat. Feel a deep breath into the entire backside of your body. And now slowly bring your hands over to one side and bring your hips toward the opposite side, starting to stretch into your side body. Good. Breathe into your side ribs here. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, same thing, other side. Beautiful. As we come back to center, walk your hands a little more forward so that you're in a kneeling plank. In this kneeling plank, broaden the back, lengthen the back of the neck, lift Uddiyana, deep low belly, and feel a sense of being active from your root, your pelvic floor, to the top of your head, the crown of your head. You can stay here in this kneeling plank, or you can lift your knees into a full plank. On your next exhale, gently come back to child's pose or downward facing dog. And now we flow. We inhale forward into plank or kneeling plank. And exhale back into child's pose or down dog. Remember what you know. If you have any discomfort in your shoulders, try adjusting your hands wider or narrower. You could also hold a forearm plank if you're taking care of wrists. Good. Looks so good, everybody. A few more times. We warm through our shoulders and hips. time we come forward into a plank, pause there for a moment with or without the knees on the ground. And now walk your knees together and your big toes together, curl your toes under, and start to sit your hips back toward your heels to stretch your feet, ankles, and lower leg. So it's like you're in a child's pose kind of, or a crouching dog, with your heels up like this. So you're stretching into your feet, your ankles. And you can stay here if this feels like a good stretch for you, or walk your hands back. Bring a little more load into the stretch. So we always want just enough load to feel stretch or strength without strain or pain. So this might feel like strain or pain. Instead, take some of that load off. You always get to decide. Good, now wherever you are, flip your toes over and now stretch the front of your ankles. Either here or again, here. You get to choose. While we're here, take a moment, check in with your body and notice, is there anything you're watching or taking care of today? If there is, please place a hand near that area so I can know and you can remember. I'm seeing a low back, a shoulder and a hip, heart, shoulder. If you're taking care of something at home, please honor that. Move through a pain-free, strain-free range of motion. And please know if you're practicing online, this is completely at your own risk. From here, we're going to slowly bring the hands forward and walk our feet toward our hands into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Let your entire upper body relax. And let your lower body feel steady and stable and supported. Two principles when we practice the physical aspect of yoga, sthira, sukham. You want to feel sthira in your lower body, especially here. Steady, strong, and stable. And sukha, comfort, ease, and joy. One more long exhale here. On the next inhale, take your hands to your thighs for a moment. Sit back toward an imaginary chair. So now, with your hands lightly on your thighs, bring the spine pretty much parallel to the floor. Lengthening the back of the neck. Lots of length from the root to the crown. From this long place, you can begin to straighten your legs a little bit more, but keep your spine long. And now exhale, bend the knees a lot. So we're going to come into a half forward fold here, Ardha Uttanasana. Neutral spine. You can stay your hands on the thighs, or you can bring one hand out like an airplane wing, the other, strengthening your back muscles. You could also use blocks here if you have blocks. Wherever you are. Now, everybody sit back toward chair, reach your arms forward into Utkatasana. In Utkatasana, gently engage your core, feel neutral spine, strengthen your legs. On the next inhale, rise up, open your heart, strengthen your back. It's almost like you're doing a standing locust pose into a standing back bend. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, standing back bend. Continue to move on your breath. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, standing back bend. Allow your breath to move your body. So your breath is your greatest teacher, your greatest guide. Feel yourself rising on your inhale and sitting back and down on your exhale. As you move, a couple things that we can focus on. Make sure that you're practicing Padabandha, keeping the weight equally balanced in your feet. If the weight is shifting to the front or the back of your feet, see if you can remedy that by finding more balance, more core stability. You can go as low as you like in Utkatasana, but you don't want to go any lower than your back can maintain neutrality. So as soon as you do this, you want to stop and come back up. As soon as you come into that posterior pelvic tilt, with that, you want to come back to neutral spine and come back up. So let's practice that 3 more times so I can take a look. Yeah, that looks so good. Arms are always optional. How much range of motion in your arms is always optional for your shoulders. Last time, let's hold the standing back. Think of this as a standing camel pose, Ustrasana. Strengthen your back, open your heart, and you can hold a strong camel here, or you could bring your fists to your glutes, or clasp your hands into a more supported camel. Yeah, you got it, perfect. Slowly release, shake out your arms a bit. Find your Jaya breath if you've lost it at all, that deep, fluid, rhythmic, active, calm breath through the nose, and then find Tadasana, mountain pose. You can find a focal point out in front of you, or you can close your eyes. As you begin to feel balance, spread your toes. Feel a sense of being rooted, rising, softening, and breathing. Perfect, you got it. Nice. On the next inhale, lift one of your knees. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both. As you lift this knee, take your fingertips together. Maintain a sense of balance, and if this feels like too much, keep your toes on the ground with your knee forward. And then we're going to exhale and twist toward the forward knee. Inhale, lengthen to the center line of your body. Exhale, twist a bit more. As you feel the strength of your waist and back, you can hold here in the standing spinal twist, or you could reach your arms out, or even bring one hand across. So we're warming up into rotation of the spine. Now slowly come back through center. This leg that you have forward, you're going to take back to a lunge. Bend both knees, and as you exhale, twist. Now in the opposite direction. So toward your forward knee, but it'll be the opposite direction. So whatever knee is forward, you're going to twist that way. All right, so we're going to put this together. Inhale, lift your back knee forward. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, come back through center, set the foot down. Exhale, rotate opposite way. Inhale, come forward. Rotate toward your forward knee. As you exhale, inhale, transition. Exhale, rotate toward what is now your forward knee, your opposite leg. This kind of fluid balance helps us to create really great core stability. Most of us don't fall when we're standing still. We fall when we're moving around. This is really good for your core stability. Now last time, hold your standing spinal twist. Here, here, or you could even extend your leg. And then we'll come back to mountain pose. Notice which muscles feel awake with energy now, hydrated with movement. Your tissues, your muscles. So many great muscles that rotate your body. And then when you're ready, knee comes forward, toes on the ground or off the ground. Inhale, lengthen to the center line of your body, and as you exhale, twist toward your forward knee. Let your breath hold you here, but each inhale you're lengthening and each exhale you're deepening a little bit more. Fingertips can stay together, arms can reach out, one hand can come across. And now we take that forward foot, step it back, bend both knees. We exhale and twist. Holding our standing spinal, or twisting lunge, high twisting lunge. So now we put those together. Inhale, transition. Exhale, twist. Inhale, transition. Exhale, twist. Allow your breath to move your body. Let this become a moving meditation. Let your body be truly moved by your Ujjayi breath. That soft breath through the nose. That full, active, calm breath through the nose. Good, I'm hearing beautiful breath, everybody. Once that feels balanced on both sides, once that feels complete for you, meet me in standing spinal twists. Remember your options. Once that feels complete for you, come back to mountain pose. So we've moved in many ways so far. We've warmed up in different planes and ranges of motion, so now we're gonna do one more, the side body. Take your feet about shoulder width apart. As you exhale, sit back toward Malasana. Come as low as is comfortable for your knees, your ankles, and your hips, and your low back. And then as you rise, reach your arms up and out, or up or out. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, reach out or up. Let your breath guide you. As you breathe, hear this body, this breath now. Feel a sense of being grounded, open, alive, here. Fully present in your body, and notice how good that feels. Now the next time you rise up, we're going to balance on one side. So letting yourself balance and balancing stars, JayaYasana. Strengthening, balancing through the side body. Good. Exhale to Malasana. Balance on your other side. Perfect, you got it. If this feels like a lot, toes can stay on the ground like a kickstand. Nice. Side hip muscles active. And now your breath. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, Suryasana. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, Suryasana. As you move, we'll do that maybe one more time each side. Begin to feel the sides of your body awakening. Now the next time we come to Surya, hold. Holding, breathing, take this free floating leg behind you. Shift your ribs. Stretch into your side body here, strengthen your side body here, and then either reach your elbow or your arm. Make a crescent shape. We'll call this Chandrasana. Inhale, Surya. Exhale, Mala. Inhale, Surya. Exhale, Chandra. Inhale, Sun. Exhale, this very earthly pose, primal squat. Inhale, Sun. Exhale, Moon. Let your breath be your guide now. Again, this is Vinyasa. This is Kriya. Let your body move with your breath. Let your breath be your guide. Move all the way to the end of your exhale. All the way to the end of your inhale. Beautiful, you got it. Again, as you become lost in the very best way in your movement and your breath, let's begin to decide, when does this feel complete for me? When do I feel inspired to come to stillness? Any time in class, you can choose stillness or flow. So you can keep flowing, or you can come to stillness. And you can stay high and grounded in your stillness. Or you can come low into that primal squat, Malasana. On your next inhale, rise up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Meet me back in mountain pose at the front of your mat. Toes spread, body lengthening. Always connecting to our breath, remembering. Because we've been working a lot on fluid balance and strength and dynamic flexibility, we're going to come into a more still balance pose. So feel like you're growing roots, and then start to balance on your right side. Take your left toes out like a kickstand. Lift the center line of your body. Engage Uddiyana, your deep low belly, to feel a sense of, this is the physical center of your body, so feel grounded or actually balanced through the physical center of your body. Now rotate your hip a few times. Create some fluidity, that synovial fluid, that warmth in your hip. And then just for today, maybe different than you've done before, you're going to place that foot without your hand, so just using the strength of your leg. Place the foot anywhere on your leg that it can comfortably reach. Root down as you exhale. Feel it rising up as you inhale. You can stay here and now gently press your palms together for Hasta Bandha. And notice how much that helps you to balance more. If you really want to keep pressing your hands lightly, and that helps you to balance, stay there, or you can take your arms into any branches you choose, low, mid, or high. Always paying attention to how it feels deep in your shoulder joint to reach your arms, and honoring that. This is Vrikshasana, tree pose. Eventually we'll come back to mountain pose. Pausing for a moment, breathing, finding center and balance. I think of this pose, it feels like to me a pose of equanimity. When you feel ready, same thing other side. Lift through the center line of the body, arc of the foot, pelvic floor, Mula Uddiyana, Hasta, Jalandhara, lengthening the back of, or the whole, all four sides of the neck. Once you feel balanced and your energetic seals, your bandhas are awake, then start to rotate that hip if you haven't already. You got it, perfect. And then when it feels right for you, place the foot on your leg. Lengthen through your center line. Hands can stay gently recruiting your core by pressing together, or can reach out like branches. Sometimes if I just press to feel my core, then when I release, I can still feel that center balance. We're going to come back to mountain. So as we come to mountain pose, we're going to come into tree Vrikshasana one more time each side, but we're going to give ourselves the opportunity to use the hand now to lift the foot if you choose. Okay? So we'll balance on that first side, and then you can either use what's called mobility, which is strength and flexibility to lift your foot, or you can use external support and find flexibility. Okay? So higher or lower in your tree pose. You can keep hands at the heart again, or you can reach your arms like branches. Good, good choices. So we're going to play a little bit with that mobility and flexibility. Bring your hands back to your heart for support and stability and balance. Now, if you use your hand to lift your foot, we're going to release your foot and see if you can keep it high or how low it goes when you release it. Now bend your standing leg, bend both knees, step back, let your foot land in warrior two. Okay, so as we come into warrior two, front leg is going to point forward, the back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, about, maybe. What's most important about warrior two is not where your feet are, although that affects your whole pose. It's how your pelvis is. So check in with your pelvis. Think of it as a goldfish bowl. You want it parallel to the ground. If it's doing this or any of these places, walk your back foot forward until your pelvis can be parallel to the floor, and your ribs can be right over your pelvis. Beautiful, you got it. So as you come to that place, open your hips with strength and suppleness. No rigidity, no tension, and then reach your arms when you feel ready. Your arms can reach palms down, palms facing side or up, whatever feels good for you. Keep breathing, gazing down your forward hand, and feel a sense of warrior two. My teacher, Swami Omkarananda, teaches that essentially Hatha Yoga, the names of these poses, we have an opportunity to embody the energy of the name. Warrior two is about embodying what you've ever felt fiercely empowered about. And maybe even pondering what you learned from that fierce empowerment, how it's affected and shaped where you are right now. From warrior two, we're going to shift our ribs toward the front of the mat. You can either reach just your ribs, hands on the rib, or elbow or arm into reverse warrior, side bending, opening into your side body. As you exhale now, bring your arm forward, either bring your hand on your thigh, or your forearm on your thigh, or inside your thigh into side angle, extended side angle. In extended side angle, again, remember those options, higher or lower. Now we're going to flow between those two poses, focusing on the strength of our waist. So on the inhale, come to reverse warrior. And then when you exhale, come down through your side angle pose. You may begin feeling some good strength in your forward leg, maybe equally in your back leg. Let that happen. If it feels like too much, straighten your leg as you rise up into a side-reaching triangle instead of a side-reaching warrior. Bend it again as you come down to side angle. Perfect, you got it. I wish those of you in YouTube world could see all these beautiful people in this room right now. Thank you all for being here and contributing your breath, your spirit, your energy. On the next exhale, hold your side angle. Spread your toes. Check in, are your toes gripping or are they relaxed? And you can stay in side angle, or I'm going to give you two more options. The first option is to straighten the forward leg into Trikonasana, or triangle pose. The second option would be to reach the fingertips forward of your little toes, lift your back foot into side angle pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So really you get to choose. Block is great if you have one. Even a water bottle can work great for that side angle or the half moon pose. One more breath, whatever you chose, and then slowly meet me back in warrior two. From our warrior two, bring your hands to your heart. Step your back foot forward into tree pose again. This time, mobility, no hand, right? Strength and flexibility combined. So this is where you're mobile. This is where I'm flexible. Okay. Then we'll come back to mountain pose. Notice your breath. Remember this opportunity for equanimity any time in your life that you feel fear or uncertainty or stress or tension or anxiety. Root, rise, soften, and breathe. And let your exhale be your primary focus. Your inhale will naturally come. This can help recalibrate your nervous system. When you feel ready, we'll come back to tree pose, Vrikshasana. And again, you can use your hand this time if you like for that flexibility option in tree. Or not, whatever. When you feel ready, hover your foot off of your thigh or leg or ankle or wherever it is. Bend both knees. Step back, warrior to the other side. Again, balance the pelvis. If you're not able to get your ribs over your pelvis, you can't balance your pelvis. Walk your back foot toward your front foot until you can. Reach your arms out. Relax your shoulders. Feel your breath. Find that perfect balance in your body now between active and calm. Warrior to energy. Check in with your toes. Are they free and happy or are they gripping? Now slowly shift your ribs toward the front of your mat and then reach either rib cage, elbow, arm into reverse warrior. Breathe into your side ribs. Exhale, slowly come down through side angle. Forearm on the thigh, inside the thigh. You decide how low to go. Hold here and breathe. And remember, stillness and flow are always your choice. When you're ready to flow, if you want to flow, inhale through reverse. And then exhale through side angle. Let your arms follow your waist instead of your arms leading your waist. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. That looks so good, everybody. Keep flowing. I usually teach a little more off my mat than this, just so you know. But you all have actually really beautiful form right now, so honor that. Trust yourself. Let your waist move your body here. Now the next time we come to side angle, you're going to hold your side angle, higher or lower, and you can choose to stay here where you could straighten both legs for triangle. Keeping some suppleness in your knees, lengthening through your legs, lengthening through your spine. Or bend the forward knee, reach your fingertips forward. You can block water bottle or floor and lift your back leg. If Ardha Chandrasana balancing half-one is a challenge for you, really send energy through all of your limbs. This was my nemesis pose when I began teaching or practicing 25 years ago. Really felt hard for me, felt very uncertain for me. And once I surrendered and just let myself be off balance for a moment, I was able to find my balance. When you feel ready, come back to warrior two. Good. And then hands to the heart. We're going to step back one last time into tree pose. Your choice, mobility or flexibility. Use your hand or don't use your hand. Here and feel your breath. Excellent. We're going to step into mountain pose. Finding yourself standing tall and mountain. On the next inhale, reach your arms out. And then as you exhale, let's take our left arm underneath. Give yourself a big hug. And from this hug, bend your knees into a bit of a chair pose. And we're gonna rock a little bit from the waist up. So try to rock a little bit less from your lower body, a little bit more from your upper body. You got it. We're helping to free up some of the energy and literally, not just energy, but stuck tissue, fascia, muscles of the mid-back by rocking our heart. Good. Once you feel a little bit of freedom there, tuck your chin, roll into a cat back. And then from there, slowly roll back up. And you can stay here, a little bit of a chair pose, or you can take the back of your hands together or the front of your hands together for eagle arms. You're gonna lift that left foot over or around for Garudasana, eagle pose. I really like a block here too if you want under that left foot. Feel your breath. Now stretch across your upper back, the tops of your shoulders. Slowly lift your left leg, step it back to a lunge, and bend both knees in your lunge. So kind of bend your back knee almost as much as you're bending your front knee. You got it, perfect. Now exhale and scoop your elbows in toward your waist, tuck your chin. Tuck your back knee, pull your low belly back, big cat back, and then slowly roll up. As you roll up at the top, free up your arms, reach them either back and down or up into Anjaneyasana, a lunge pose. Exhale, step forward into mountain pose. Pausing for a moment, feeling your breath. Letting your arms reach out. Now the opposite arm is going to come underneath your right arm. Give yourself a hug. Bend your knees. Rock your back. You have lots of muscles and tendons that come together. Your iliopsoas, your traps, glutes, transverse abdominis, everything in a curl of your diaphragm all coming together here. So when that's tight, it can even impede your ability to breathe well. So we're going to loosen that up, breathe into it, and then come back to center. So we can stay here, or you can take the back of your hands together or the front of your hands together. Elbows forward, shoulders broad. Lifting that opposite foot. Toes outside toes or toes around ankle. Sitting back and down. Eagle. Slowly unwind the legs, step back to a lunge. Both knees bend. As you exhale, bend both knees a lot. Engage your abdominals, make a cat back, curl your low belly, Uddiyana action. Tuck your chin, and then slowly roll up. Stretching the muscles that parallel your spine. Reach your arms back and down or up. Into lunge. Exhale, stepping into mountain pose. On the next inhale, reach your arms up as far as it feels comfortable for your shoulders. As you exhale, fold. Bow your mind to your heart. Relax down to forward fold. Pause here and breathe into the entire backside of your torso. Feel as if you're allowing your spine to receive traction, the traction of gravity, the space between your vertebrae. And then one more thing to notice in Uttanasana is to notice, where is your weight balance? Is it all in your heels? Or do you have equal balance in the heel and the ball of the foot here? We want to have equal balance in the heel and the ball of the foot. Padavanta. Take one more long exhale. And then slowly step back to plank position. Now in plank, we can hold this plank, or you can come down onto your forearms if you're taking care of wrists. So either regular plank or forearm plank. Forearm plank would look like this, or even this. So you choose. And now everybody, take your wrists or your elbows maybe an inch or two in front of your shoulder. different. Feel length forward and back through your body. Now take your feet hip width apart. Turn your heels to the right, and then option to lift that left arm up into a side plank. Lifting the waist, opening the heart, feeling your breath. Feeling the strength of your core. Slowly come back to extended plank, and then turn your heels to the left, reach your right arm up into side plank, Vashisthasana. Good. So now we're going to flow through that. We inhale through center. Exhale, side plank. Inhale through center. Exhale, side plank, other side. You could, actually, as long as you're breathing, you're good. You can do either inhale or exhale on this. Remember, breathing through your nose if possible. If you're doing this from your forearms, it would look more like this. Good. Eventually, when that feels complete for you, meet me down on your belly. Take your forearms out in front of you. Take your forehead to your forearms. And then spread your feet wide. And just relax into this relaxed sea crocodile, Makrasana, restorative Makrasana. Now breathe into your very lowest part of your lungs. On the next inhale, slide your hands next to your chest. Reach your toes back and your heart forward. So to a heart-opening cobra. Heart reaches forward, toes reach back. Keep the tops of your feet on the ground if you're taking care of a low back. And engage Uddiyana, your deep low belly. Imagine you're making space for a raspberry underneath your belly button. If you want more, you could reach your arms back and or your legs back. But if that feels like too much for your low back, if your low back is extension sensitive, more support, less load. You decide how much. Strengthening the back side of the body, opening the front side of the body. Exhale, relax and turn one cheek. On the next inhale, come back to either that heart-opening cobra, thoracic mobility cobra, or a version of locust. Strengthening the back side of the body, opening the front, lengthening more than lifting. And then when you feel complete, exhale, turn your other cheek. On the next inhale, back to locust or heart opening cobra. Last time, you can stay here, or you can bend your knees and reach your hands not to touch your ankles yet, to not touch your ankles on purpose. So this would be a strong bow. You can maintain strong bow, or you can hold the ankles for a more traditional bow. Dhanurasana. Excellent. From here, take your hands next to your chest. Push up and back to child's pose. Take several breaths into your low back. You can always choose down dog here if you prefer. Stay here a few more breaths if you like, if this is feeling good for you. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come back to all fours. And we're going to either sit on a bolster or a blanket or roll up the back of your mat about halfway. And come to a seat. Drawing flesh back, sitting up tall, allowing your pelvis to anteriorly tilt a bit so you can sit tall. If that doesn't happen for you, try bringing your hands behind you to support yourself sitting a little taller. And just for a moment, everybody focus on what muscles help me to sit up tall. If I were thinking of lifting the roof of my mouth toward the sky, from the pelvic floor up to the roof of the mouth, the crown of the head, what muscles would be supporting me in doing that? Good, beautiful. Now we're going to cross one ankle over. Inhale, feel length, and then as you exhale, start to reach your heart and your toes a little bit more toward each other, like there was a string tied between your toes and your heart, and maybe just a millimeter less space was between the two. You'll find a place where you feel a stretch without any strain. Pause in that space and breathe. Feel your soft Ujjayi breath. Notice the energy in your body. Notice how you're feeling in your mind, your body, and your heart right now. Notice what muscles you feel. Make sure and give nice attention to your exhale. On your next inhale, come either half or all the way out of that pose for a moment, and you have a choice to come back into that pose with some good muscle memory, or you can choose one of the next two poses. So Ardha Agni Stambhasana, half fire pillar, here, or Ardha Gomukhasana, half cow space pose. So you can choose heel toward hip, or heel outside thigh, or ankles crossed. Whatever option you choose, again, lengthen on your inhale, and then begin to relax your heart toward your toes as you exhale. Continue to feel your breath and how it affects your body. When we exhale, it helps us to invoke a parasympathetic nervous system response, which means a relaxation response. The muscles stretch better, they become maybe even more flexible when we relax. They release a contracting grip, more with relaxation. Sometimes we don't even know when we're experiencing anxiety or stress how we're gripping muscles. Allow yourself to really relax here right now. On your next inhale, lengthen back up. Let yourself come all the way up. And then we'll switch our sides. We'll start with the ankle cross to begin to prepare the muscles in the back of the hips and thighs, the sides of the hips and thighs. You may feel it wherever you need to feel it. Allow yourself to relax it. Find postural length and support and empowerment on the inhale, and a sense of relaxing into the stretch as you exhale. Contemplate how you are feeling right now. Are you numb? Are you accepting? Are you surrendering? Are you feeling as normal as you normally do? What is really here for you? Give yourself the opportunity to deeply relax with your exhale here. Maybe even turn your palms up. It's a symbol of sort of accepting and surrendering in this moment. On the next inhale, start to come a little bit or all of the way out of that forward fold, and then choose either Ardha Agni Stambhasana or half cow space legs. So you can choose. Inhale, find a sense of lengthening, and as you exhale, a sense of deepening. hold this stretch. We'll breathe. We'll allow every precious exhale to feel like a soothing energy for your entire being. Let your next exhale be your longest, most relaxed exhale yet. And then feel from that place of grounded relaxation and empowering lift up through the center line of your body. And we were really just stretching the outer and the back of the hips and thighs, so now we're going to stretch our inner hip and thighs. As you bring the soles of the feet together, you can have your feet more forward or more towards your body, whatever feels best for your hips. If your hips feel catchy in this pose, you can slip a couple blocks underneath your knees. If you don't have blocks, pillows, whatever you have. Inhale, lengthen up. And then again, as you exhale, angle forward from your hips. Allow each inhale to lengthen your body and every exhale to relax your body. Deep relaxation, long exhale. And the next inhale, slowly lengthen back up. Good, we'll draw our knees toward each other. And then we're gonna go ahead and you can roll out your mat if you had it rolled up. And I'm gonna try this way. You can just simply roll down onto your back and give your knees a hug. As you hug your knees, if you want to, you can rock your hips side to side, massage your low back. You could let your head gently rock to side, release any tension in your neck and shoulders. And then just contemplate for a moment, consider, is there any pose you'd like to practice to complete your practice, or does your practice feel complete? If you'd like to add a pose, please feel free to add that pose, whatever it might be. If you feel ready for Shavasana, relax, get as comfortable on your back as you possibly can, and allow your body to surrender to this moment. A nice breath practice here can be inhale, allow, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Or maybe inhale, allow. Exhale, accept. We began our practice with breath. Breath to help us come into awareness and acceptance. And we continue to practice awareness, acceptance throughout our practice and our life. This pose is a physical form of acceptance. Accepting all that is here for you right now. Heard words like surreal or speechless the last few days. And one word that feels really, it's not even a word actually, it's a sound. One sound that feels true. My teacher JayaYogaRYS defined Om as everything that can or cannot be expressed in words. Simply Om. If you choose, you can begin to silently to yourself exhale Om. And if there's anything you're aware of that is important to you, that you'd like to bring from your mat practice into your life practice, bring that to your attention. Maybe love or compassion or acceptance or resiliency or empowerment or community. Or nothing. If there's something that's here for you, a word or simply Om, or nothing, please feel free to bring it with you. Feel a long sigh like exhaling your whole body. And when you feel ready, take as much time as you like. You can begin to become aware of your breath, bring yourself to a seat. you like, you can bring your hands together at your heart whenever you like. This symbol that crosses many traditions and cultures is a symbol of honor and respect, of reverence, which is deep honor and respect. Reverence for ourselves and each other. This may be how you choose to close your class, our practice together. Or, if you like, you can join me in chanting Om 3 times to close our time together. If you're choosing Om, let it be either in silent or from the depth of your belly. If you're chanting out loud, let's take a big breath in. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be teaching again tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. if you want to join me again. And I can't remember who's teaching at 9:45, but Chelsea can tell you at the front desk. If you want to get a link to these videos that we'll be posting, you can go to Jaya Yoga Tribe, Jaya, J-A-Y-A, Jaya Yoga Tribe, and just find our channel. There's over 40 videos on there, but most of them are short, little kriyas, but there are a couple full classes on there now too. So thank you for being here and supporting our